Welcome back to the case of the cannibal college-killer.
And what was he wearing?
Shorts and a t-shirt.
Had no shirt on. If you see his picture later, he's fairly muscular.
He's wearing white shorts, and he had a blue polo on, if he's wearing it.
And what was he wearing?
Shorts and a t-shirt.
Had no shirt on. If you see his picture later, he's fairly muscular.
He's wearing white shorts, and he had a blue polo on, if he's wearing it.
But he was exhibiting abnormal levels of strength. Had no shirt on. If you see his picture later, he's fairly muscular.
And what was he wearing?
Shorts and a t-shirt.
Had no shirt on. If you see his picture later, he's fairly muscular.
He's wearing white shorts, and he had a blue polo on, if he's wearing it.
Now to a developing story out of the hospital and booked into jail. U.S. Marshals escorted this Martin County teen to the Martin County Sheriff's Office today. Police say he killed a Martin County couple, biting one of their faces and attacking their neighbor. Megan McRoberts spoke with the father of the survival of the brutal assault about how he feels now that that young man is behind bars.
Visibly drained and still heavily medicated.
Austin, do you remember anything?
Austin Harrouff is booked into the Martin County Jail after weeks of fighting himself to stay alive.
Seems like it's been an awful long time he's been in the hospital, and not hearing what his real condition is and why he wasn't in jail.
Steve Fisher says turning on the TV today was the first time his son, Jeff, has seen Austin's face since mid-August, when he claims Harrouff attacked him.
He was doing pretty good until today, and comes back to life, and here he is. He's on television and getting out of the SUV at the sheriff's office, and Jeff seeing all that didn't make him feel a whole lot better.
Martin County detectives believe Austin Harrouff attacked and killed Michelle Mishkan and John Stevens, even tried to eat Stevens' face. Then he's accused of stabbing Fisher, who was trying to intervene. Harrouff faces attempted murder charges for the attack on Jeff.
I think it's absolutely fitting for what happened.
And he faces 2 counts of first-degree murder for killing Michelle Mishkan and John Stevens. This is only the start of a long road for the Fisher family and loved ones of John and Michelle.
Unfortunately, Megan, we're going to be involved whether we like to or not.
But glad this big step is behind them.
But then when we found out he's going direct to jail, did not pass go, we were okay.
Marvin Garden! Marvin Garden! Monopoly has come.
Megan McRoberts reporting we still do not have confirmation of whether Harrouff was on drugs during this attack. The toxicology report is still in the works, being handled by the FBI. It's been nearly 6 weeks now. No update for when that report will be complete.
Here's an overview of what we know. At 9:20 last night, our 911 dispatch center received a call from who we determined later to be a neighbor who lived right across the street.
How long ago was this that he left?
I want to say 10 o'clock. It's not 9:30.
The night that this tragic event happened, 2 of you had dinner, correct?
Correct.
You had dinner with him, and your girlfriend, Carrie, was there as well.
And my daughter and some friends.
You just around a table, everybody eating?
Well, what happened was Austin drank a glass of tea, and then he went to the bathroom, and he vanished. And so we're wondering what happened. His mother called and said he was over at her house. And it's the 3rd time that week that he just vanished when I took him to dinner.
How was his demeanor at the table?
He was real quiet.
How was he with the waiters, and did he interact at all?
Yeah, he said he wanted chili to eat. And he just wasn't that talkative.
Was he rude to anybody, or was he still embracing kind of normal social graces?
He was real quiet.
Okay, then he says, I'm going to the bathroom, and just doesn't come back.
Right.
How far is it to his mother's house?
About 2 miles.
And how did he get there?
Walked.
That took him how long?
About 30 minutes.
Okay, so he gets there, she calls and says,
She texts my daughter, and we said, there he is. And so we say, what's wrong with him? Bring him back.
Did she notice anything unusual about him when he got to the house?
Yes.
What was it?
He grabbed a bottle of Wesson oil and was going to drink it. Then she stopped him, and he poured it in a bowl and put Parmesan cheese in it, and he ate that. It's very abnormal.
This is out of character for him.
Yes. He was extremely dehydrated because we'd been on a 4-hour walk.
She brings him back to the restaurant. And you say you tried a tough love approach on him at that point. He comes back in. What did you say? What did you do?
Grabbed him by the shirt. And I said, "What is wrong with you?"
Okay, so when you grabbed a hold of him, did he seem tense or rigid or hot, cold? Anything you noticed when you grabbed a hold of his shirt?
You could see in his eyes he was totally embarrassed. And he reared back. Carrie said, "Stop right there." And he looked at Carrie and an embarrassed face and stopped. She stopped. Then he left.
Was that the last time you've seen him?
Yeah.
So in the time span of this dinner, he's already ordered a tea, walked to his mother 2 miles away, and his father said that took him 30 minutes. Okay. Where he proceeded to drink a bottle of oil, cooking oil, or almost does. She stops him, he puts some Parmesan on there, he's good to go. She takes him back to the restaurant, where then he shakes him, said, "What's wrong with you?" He then takes off. Okay, so if this is him leaving in a huff, then in exactly 42 minutes, he'll have murdered the neighbors and attacked the other neighbor that intervenes and is calling 911. That's the timestamp of the 911 call, 9:20. So in 42 minutes, they've said that Austin has walked 4 miles, come upon some random people he didn't know in their garage, proceeds to kill them, fights a neighbor, proceeds to eat the face off of one of these guys. And he's a sophomore in college. Does this sound right? So his mom calls 911 later in the evening after this murders occurred, and reports her son missing. And she starts it off by saying that he's been acting weird, that he said he was immortal, but doesn't say anything about the cooking oil incident. Unlike the father who, lets Dr. Phil know, hey, this is a sure sign of craziness. But she doesn't tell him that. And watch one of my other videos there. They've got the whole mother's call and the neighbor's 911 call. So Dr. Phil has already interviewed Austin. As we can see here, what is going on? It's like he forecast his impending story. Either, it's insane. This story is insane, and it's not what it appears at all.